What's going on, everybody? My name is BlueLade and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, guys, we're going to be discussing whether or not it's worth it to invest in the new finance and felony update, or the CEO update, whatever you want to call it, which actually came out a long time ago, so it's not that new. But for the ones who aren't very familiar with it, you can basically become a CEO and invest in these warehouses and gain crates and stuff, and we're going to be going over that, the pros and cons of it, and we're really going to ultimately be deciding whether or not it is worth to invest in. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump into this video. So to begin, guys, there are currently 4 different CEO offices that you can purchase, and you do have to purchase at least one office in order to register as a CEO and do all the different CEO missions. 2 of the offices are in downtown Los Santos, and the other 2 are over in Del Perro. Now, I actually do own the cheapest one out of all 4, which is over in Del Perro. It's this one right here, the Maze Bank West, or as I like to call it, the Maze Bank Building. It was around $1 million, so that's actually very, very cheap compared to the other 3. So we're going to be reviewing all 4 of these different offices, and I'm going to be telling you guys which one I think you should purchase out of all 4 of these. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and actually get into this video. So as you guys can see right here, you do have these different options that you could choose from whenever you're buying your CEO office, and this applies to all 4 different offices. In my case, it's the Maze Bank Building. You have the decor option, which basically determines what your office looks like on the inside, so you can make it look modern or old-fashioned. You can determine the gender of your assistant. You can change your organization name to whatever you want, and you also have this really nice option where you can choose whether or not to have a gun locker where you can sort out the different guns in your inventory, which is really cool. You can also have the option to add a safe, which is pretty much useless right now during this time, but it's really cool. It's really nice for looks. You can open it up and it's got this big stack of cash just sitting in there. Then of course you have the accommodation, which is like a bedroom with your clothing and your closet and all that. So it's really cool. You can add those 3 different things there. Definitely worth it if you have the money, but I wouldn't consider buying it myself. So you do also have the option to buy a 60-car garage. That is mind-blowing. That's insane. So if you have a 60-car garage with your office plus like 2 different other properties, you have just a freaking wide variety of cars right there. So it's really cool, guys. I would really highly suggest investing into the garage if you do have the money, but if you don't, I really wouldn't stress about it because it's not that big of a deal. Now, onto the pros and cons part of this video. Now, I actually do have 3 different pros and 3 different cons. Now, these are the big ones. Like, these are the big pros, the big cons. Now, I'm sure you guys could figure out some other smaller disadvantages and advantages of having CEO, but these are the main ones that I find the most important that I'm wanting to share with you guys as well. Now, the first pro that I have is fast money and fast RP. Now, of course, you don't make it just like right off the bat. It takes a while to turn a profit, which I'll talk about in just a moment, but you do make a lot more money than you would just by going and robbing a convenience store or doing a few racing jobs. You do make a lot of money, especially if you gather up different crates and you keep them and then sell them all at one time. You make a monumental profit off of them. Now, the second pro I have is discounted prices on certain items. Now, they have this really weird thing that I haven't actually tried before, but I know it is discounted prices pretty much. Now, they actually prefer to use the term SecuroSurf trade-in value, which I think you can go ahead and like trade in. Like if you're wanting to get a new warehouse that's a more expensive one than you already have, you can trade in your one that you already have, and it'll take some money off of the one that you're wanting to buy, if that makes any sense. So you're basically using the warehouse or the office that you already have to basically get a discount on the one that you're wanting to buy next. Now, the third and final pro that I have is large payouts, guys. Now, like I said just moments before, is that these payouts are monumental. You can turn a monumental profit, although it does take a little time, and I'll talk about that in a minute, as I've already said. But the payouts, the profit you turn is monumental, especially if you have one of these big warehouses where you can get up to 111 crates. If you gather all your crates up and you play your cards right, you can get monumental payouts with a little over $1 million. Okay, so now that we have covered the pros, let's go ahead and cover the cons. And I must say, guys, they are very agitating, especially this first one, which is you always have to be on high alert. Now, some people don't really, bother getting killed, because they're like, oh, I'm just going to respawn and, go kill this guy. But that's not really the case with me. I like to keep my KD ratio up, so it's very important that I do not die a lot.
You know, occasionally is okay, and I do die occasionally, but it's very important that I stay alive and get as many kills as I possibly can, which I think is pretty much the primary goal of playing in GTA Online regardless. But that's not the point, guys. You always have to be on high alert, because as soon as you register as a CEO, you're pretty much getting a big target placed on your back. And that's not good. That is not good. You basically become this big target to any nearby players. So if you're in a clothes store, or you're in ammunition, or you're just in a convenience store, any passing by players that's on the road or even sees you just standing still that's nearby, they're gonna come and kill you instantly. And I don't know why they don't really get money from that, but I guess it's just they like to see the little message, the death message in chat pop up and say that they killed a CEO, but you do become a primary target to them. So okay, so now moving on to the second con on this list, which is it is difficult to turn a profit. Now, I cannot even begin to describe how many people think that they're going to go and buy like 3 to 5 different crates and then go sell them and turn this huge profit, because unfortunately, guys, that's not the way that the CEO thing works. With 3 to 5 different crates, you're only going to get about $50,000, if that. Now, just to put it in perspective for you guys on exactly how difficult it really is to turn a profit, I currently own about 46 different crates, and they're only worth about $300,000. Now, I know $300,000 might seem like a lot of money to you guys, but trust me, it's nothing compared to how much money you're going to initially spend on your office and your warehouses. And that's not even to mention all the crates you're going to have to buy in order to fill up your warehouses to even turn a profit. Now, the third and final con that I have, which might not be a problem to some people who have a lot of money, but for the ones who don't have that much money, this could kind of be a bit of an issue. It requires at least one office and one warehouse, and both of which can be very, very, very pricey. In fact, the cheapest office is $1 million flat, and the cheapest warehouse is $250,000. Now, for the ones who are considering on buying the 60-car garage I mentioned earlier, you guys should be aware that this garage is a little over $2 million, and that is with no customization options being enabled. However, if you want to be a baller and max out every single customization option for your garage, you would be paying a total of $6.8 million. Now, as I did say before, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some video of what the garage looks like on the inside. Just keep in mind though, you can customize your garage however you want. You can make it look completely different from mine if you want. I just went with the standard default look because I didn't want to have to pay some extra money, which you have to do if you wish to customize your garage. So as you guys can see, there's a big elevator in the middle of my garage, and that's so whenever I drive into my garage from the outside of my office, my car will be lifted up by the elevator to this level and parked in my garage. Now, just as any other apartment garage, you can actually go over here to this little blue blip and you can arrange your cars however you'd like in your garage. Now, you can also get a custom auto body shop added onto your garage, but sadly it does cost a lot of extra money, which is very unfortunate, but I'm not complaining, guys. This garage is still really, really cool even without the auto body shop added on. So if you guys really are into this kind of thing and you guys don't mind spending an extra $2 million on this garage, I definitely say to go ahead and go for it. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for, is it or is it not worth buying CEO and spending millions upon millions of dollars on offices and warehouses and crates? Guys, my simplest answer is that depends. And I know a lot of you probably don't like that answer, but it's, it's true. That really does depend on, well, you. If you have enough money, I would say the hell with it. Do what you want to do, buy whatever you want to buy, go for it. It's definitely worth buying if you have enough money. But if you don't have enough money, or if you do have enough money, but if you buy it and it's going to take all your money away, I'd say don't do it. Wait until you have enough money, do jobs, races, heists, rob stores, kill players, and just get some money. Just earn some money, save up, and then go ahead and buy CEO, because trust me, guys, it's not that great. I mean, if you have enough money, to afford all these things, then I'd say go for it. Probably 10 million would do the job, as long as you buy the cheapest stuff. But 10 million would probably do the job as long as you buy like the cheapest office and the cheapest warehouse. And then even if you do that, it's perfectly fine, because you can still work your way up to the bigger offices and the bigger warehouses, and so it's really not that big of a deal, guys. So if you do have enough money, I'd say go for it. If you don't, then don't do it. Wait until you have enough money. And if you do have enough money, just be cautious. I would probably get out a calculator and do some math on there and just make sure that it's not going to take all of your cash away, because that's something you do not want to do. You don't want to buy into the CEO thing and then not have a single cent left to spend on just clothes or a new mask or a new car that comes out. So definitely be cautious of that. It really does depend on how much money you guys have. So That's my simplest answer right there, guys. That's my final verdict.
But yeah, guys, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Please leave a like if you did, and also comment down below whether or not this video helped you come to a decision on whether or not to buy CEO. I'd definitely love to hear your feedback. And also, please be sure to subscribe for more Grand Theft Auto videos coming in the near future. And also, guys, YouTube has this really weird thing to where if you subscribe to a YouTube channel, it doesn't send you notifications. So be sure to click on the little notification bell right next to the subscribe button down below. It only takes 2 seconds, and you'll be receiving updates every time I upload a video. But other than that, guys, it's been Blue, and I'll see you all in the next one.